Hi, I'm Borkon. Glad to have you here. Welcome back. And, oops, I did it again. And to explain what I'm talking about, normally when I publish a guide for a technical thing, I always want to build it in survival first, right? Because I want my machine to be usable in survival, and I want to test them to see if there are any problems to do that in survival. And in general, that works fine. I do some fixes before publishing a guide, but in general, it's more or less the same machine. And I was planning on making a guide for this furnace array, not because it's particularly amazing, but because it's very interesting in the way it's using mechanics. Well, you might guess what's going on if you've seen my video about the even item distribution. Yeah, I made it twice as good. So the furnace array I'm planning to publish relatively soon is going to be twice as big and twice as fast, and well, I need to build it in survival, so this thing has to go away. Unfortunately, I think it only smelted some quartz for me. That's the only thing it has done this far, but I have to test the new one, and besides, it's twice as big, it's twice as fun, it's twice as interesting. We have to tear this one down. A little bit unfortunate, but on the other hand, I shouldn't. Whoa, I shouldn't be afraid of tearing things down because, well, not everything we build has to be perfect, and sometimes you have to build a better version of it. And to build the new furnace array, I actually need something that I don't have much of, and I'm hoping that my villagers are selling them. I need bells. I need bells, and I think toolsmiths or weaponsmiths are supposed to be selling them, so let's see. Hello? Oh, yep. Oh. Okay, now I have all the bells I need. That was easy. I thought I would have to cure a few new villagers. I still have space for them, so that should be fine. But I didn't, because I think... wait, yeah, I needed 9 bells. I have 16. That's plenty enough. So, the old furnace array is torn down. Let's build the new one. I am now doing a very, very annoying part of this build, and that is placing the minecart into my Shulker Box Loader because, I realized just something that when I built this in creative, there was some issues with this part of the machine updating the rail, so I raised it by 1 block, but I did it after the minecart was already placed. And now I'm just trying to figure out how I can place the minecart the same way I did it in creative. This might actually end up being unbuildable. That would be very, very unfortunate, but I have an idea. So let's see. I place these like that. Now I need the... Where is the hopper minecart? Let's make a hopper minecart because I just broke it. If I place this here and... can I push it by jumping up there? No. Okay, we need to remove this block of redstone and come on. Now it is aligned more or less correctly. This is such an awkward spot to work in. Okay, I can jump in here. Now I can remove this thing. Place another rail like this. This minecart is now correct. But now this block is incorrect. So if I place one of these and please... Yes. No! Why? Why do you do this, minecart? So the problem I'm having right now is if I throw in something into this minecart, let's say I'm gonna throw in the glass. Don't worry about this piston shooting. It's supposed to be shooting, but it's not moving any items along the dropper lines because they are disabled. But I throw in the glass there, and yeah, this hopper is not picking it up. How? Why? Why does it work in creative and not here? I might have actually made this whole machine unbuildable. That would be unfortunate. And now I have fallen down again. There is a lot of flying involved. Come on, push the minecart. Oh, it's completely broken now. Yeah, it's not correctly placed. Now I need to go back to creative and try to figure this out, because this is the rail configuration I have in creative, but the hopper minecart is kind of leaning a little bit. Why is it doing that? If I remove this rail for now and place a block here and push this thing. Oh. No. I don't know how to place hopper minecarts. I'm just... This is not a skill I possess in Minecraft. So now... No, it's still moving. I don't know how to do this. I am clueless. Oh, I don't have the fence gate anymore because it got sucked up by this dropper. Yes, please give me my stuff back. Yeah, this is... I have no idea how to do this. Maybe if I place the fence gate like this, or I will have to... Oh, come on. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that, apparently. And now the hopper minecart is in the way, so go bye-bye. Place the fence gate like this. I have no idea what I'm doing. I might need to redesign this machine because it's not buildable in survival. That would be very unfortunate. And I am now getting attacked by phantoms as well, because phantoms can spawn in here. So let me sleep, I'll try to figure that out. Because, yeah, this is the only hard part of building this. And, stupid phantom. And I need to figure it out somehow or redesign that part of the machine, because I completely forgot that I did that in creative. So let's try to figure it out. So there was supposed to be a rail there, supposed to be a rail there. That's what I did in creative originally. No, actually I was pushing it flat, but that shouldn't matter, should it? Or maybe it does matter. I'm going mad here. No, yeah, I did it flat in creative the first time. And I actually had a glass pane here, but that doesn't matter. That's the same geometry as the fence gates. And that's maybe the word I'm gonna have to eat later. Hopper minecarts. Minecarts are hard. I don't like minecarts. Keep changing my mind if I like minecarts or not. So the way I did it in creative, let's go back. It was like this. It was aligned against a... Oh, should I fetch a glass pane? I should just make a glass pane because I have so much glass on me anyway. So let's make a glass pane. Well, let's make 16 glass panes because that's how it works. I like the jump boost here. So there was actually a glass pane. Yeah, it's the same geometry. So I'm gonna push it like all the way towards that glass pane. Okay. And then I remove the glass pane. Yes, I definitely removed the glass pane. I put in an activator rail here. This one went away. I added a block here. And no, it runs away. I have no idea how to fix it. Oh. There is one more chance to get this right. I think there is another thing I did. Very much debugging live on camera. Right. That is correct. Now, there needs to be a piston. And there needs to be a piston, I think... okay, I need to use the blueprint here. Yes, there needs to be a piston here. Maybe the piston is preventing it from moving somehow. There is a piston there now. So we're adding this. We need to remove this, add this, and add this. Nope, the piston is not doing anything. Is there anything else in the blueprint? There is nothing else in the blueprint. You can see in the blueprint, if I toggle the blueprint, the minecart is standing like that. It's not standing like this, and I have no idea how I achieved it. Can I push it back somehow? It went through the piston. Why did you go through the piston? Now it won't go through the piston, of course not. Because the piston is in the way. I think I built an unbuildable machine by complete accident. It's not a huge catastrophe. I can rearrange the blocks a little bit. The Shulker Box Loader, I wanted to stand here because it was convenient. And this is where the input is, but I can move it up by one block by just adding some hoppers. Let's redesign this and go back to the time-lapse that was so rudely aborted by me trying to debug this. Because I cut out the bit of the time-lapse where I've been debugging this for like 20 minutes already. I'll be right back. So this is very annoying because this works just fine in creative. The famous last words of me, well, not last words, but the famous words of me, it works fine in creative, but like, look at this. This is working just fine in creative. This is the design I'm using, and that's the minecart. What is going on here? Push it in. Remove that. Add this. Add this. Now the hopper minecart misbehaves, but that is fine. We can remove the glass pane and put it in. And yeah, it behaves fine. This is exactly what I need. Like it might be evident, I am very, very much a noob when it comes to minecarts still. I still don't understand them. I don't understand. Like, for me, this minecart should be moving downwards, but it isn't. Okay, so I'm gonna try to replicate exactly what I did in survival and see what changes, why it behaves differently. Let's try again, because this is the layout that would be optimal for me, because otherwise I need to move this whole contraption up by one block or maybe one block to the side, and as you can see, lots of things are correctly aligned here, so I would have to rearrange half of the machine just to move this thing by one block up or to the side. Because the problem is that in the original design I'm using, this is Raf Q's design. As far as I know, I got it from Boyen, but I think it's originally Raf Q's design. And in the original design, this block is one block lower down and the activator rail is on another block. So it would be like this. But as you can see, anything happens to this block or the rails above, the entire instant rail line breaks and the whole contraption breaks. And I actually now just broke it and I have to reset it. And resetting it is a massive pain because, well, I will explain in a minute what's going on with the bells, because the bells are important and they freak out. So I need the minecart to be like this. And in the original, there were 2 blocks here and the activator rail was there and the block would be powering it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna try to replicate this exact process in survival and see what happens. So how did I do this? I already forgot what I did in creative. Okay. I think it was like this. Get the activator rail there. The piston might actually be in the way. Let's see. When I add this... No, and it just moves forward. It moves completely forward. Like, let's remove that piston. Let's remove this block because it's in the way. Okay. Glass pane. Push it back in. Remove the glass pane. Put the rail here. Don't touch the minecart. Put the rail here, and I don't know what's going on, okay? I'm going back to creative. I'm going to figure this out. I need to figure this out. I think I found the culprits. I think I know how to make the minecart misbehave. Let's just verify this again. Okay, so I have a block here now, and in my first test I didn't have a block here, so I'm adding a block here, putting the minecart in, pushing it in, removing the pane, putting the activator rail down, and minecart goes up, and it moves down. Okay, I remove that block now. Paid. The hitbox, to me, looks like it should be the same. So I pushed it in now. Remove the pane. Activate the rail down. Block down. Rail up. And it slides down. Oh, so it's just certain times it doesn't do it? What's going on? It worked a few times. Do I have to push it hard? Like, not like this. That's too hard. Remove, add, remove, and no rail there. And now it's escaping every time. Well, that's not every time. I did it the second time. But yeah, the hitbox of the hopper minecart is not over this hopper, so it's broken. I maybe just need a different method. But I cannot place any blocks above here, because this is where the shulker box is gonna be, that's gonna get unloaded. So I can't place anything here. Can I leave the glass pane in? Will that work? No, because it has now moved too far in. It literally just glitched into... Oh, okay, there is a difference on how you push the minecart in, that's definitely for sure. Okay, minecart in. Oh, no. I definitely... If I leave the glass pane in and do this, then it freaks out. Remove the glass pane, placed. Aha! Do we have a winner? Maybe. Okay, time to try this method. Okay, I think I remember what I did. Let's see. So in case people were wondering what my creative process is, this is Monkey with Typewriter. This is not me knowing what I'm doing. It is me just trying all the possible combinations of everything I could think of to do until things work. That's it. And sometimes, especially for this machine, it has been just a process of doing it over and over and over again, sometimes hundreds of times, until I get it done. The last bits of the machine that I finished after I published the video about the even item distribution, 4 days. I'm not kidding. It took 4 days of work, of trial and error, to get everything behaving the way I want it to behave. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot, but that's what we're doing here, to learn how Minecraft works. And don't think you can cheat on this process. Maybe you are a genius and you can figure everything out in 5 minutes, or you will just probably follow someone else's guide if you can think you can do it in 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure everybody who needs to understand how these things works does things like this. Ends up doing it over and over and over again until it finally starts working. And I already forgot what I did. So I think it's this, this, this. It freaks out, but that's fine. Remove that. And add it back. Yes! Yes, 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 and yes! Success! We have the minecart in exactly the position I wanted. Told you, monkeying with typewriter works. Next time, hopefully, I will remember how I did this. And will not have to do it this horrible way. So I can put the blocks that were missing here. And hello, Piston. Okay. I will help you, Piston. Be quiet. And we need another piston right here, and everything is safe, secure, and if anybody touches this minecart ever, this whole machine will break. There is a lot of fragile parts on this machine that is probably kinda against my philosophy of everything always working and being unbreakable and reliable. Nah, this is reliable if nothing breaks. If anything breaks, this machine will be a nightmare to fix. Alright, back to building the rest of it, because there isn't that much left. I didn't continue the time-lapse like I said in the beginning of that minecart adventure because, well, there was just like a couple of minutes left. It was just the bit at the end there and a few rails up there, and that's it. I didn't even realize it was that little left. But yeah, it's built, it's done, and it's still not working because I still need to do one more thing, and it is because I probably updated the railing correctly or did something a little bit wonky when I was building it, and my bells are in the wrong state. So if you haven't watched the video I released the other day that was explaining the mechanism that is unlocking the hoppers, well, behind these redstone blocks, I'm just gonna show you that because it's pretty cool. And that is that I am using the bells as a bud, so a block update detector. So, see this bell? If I enable mini HUD here, it says powered false. So now I can power the bell, right? Dong, the bell got powered. I'm just gonna put the block there. So now the bell says powered true. Now, see the magical thing that happens when I place a target block here. Bam! See what happened to the dust here? The dust changed shape, so the bell is no longer powered, right? Well, the bell doesn't know that it's no longer powered. So if I place a block next to the bell, it's no longer powered, because I updated the bell. So what happens when I remove the target block? See? This changed shape, so it should be powered. Oh, well, it's not powered. So if I remove this block now, it's gonna ring. Because removing the block updates the bell, and the bell starts to reconsider life and realizes, oh, I am actually powered when I wasn't, and it rings. So that's how all these bells up there work, but I think I accidentally updated them somehow, or maybe I built them wrong, and all of them are badly powered right now, so I need to remove them and place them back in. And I also need to, I think, remove the target blocks. Yes, I do. So, welcome back, bell. Because now if I place a bell, let's just do that. Now if I place this bell, oh, it did ring. Oh, did this actually simplify my life? Yes, it thinks it's powered even though it's not powered. Awesome, okay. That actually simplifies things a lot, because when I was doing this in creative, I was actually removing the target blocks as well. Bam, place the bell. Awesome, that actually does seem to work reliably. Oh, I keep falling down all the time. And give me my bell. Perfect. And yes, I am happy that I built this. I am happy that I tore down the old one, because this is huge, enormous, and glorious. So, let's just jump into the user interface, and no lies, this was the hardest part to get right so that I have semi-usable user interface, because originally this machine, before I started fiddling with it, the input for the fuel was that chest, the input for the items was a chest up here, And the output of all the smelted items, no, it wasn't down here. It was, well, down here behind this mechanism. Actually, I'm going to use FreeCam for this because this is very hard to show off otherwise. This is a Shulker Box Unloader. Like I said, it's designed by RAFQ, which I modified a little bit with the bit that actually gave me all the trouble. His original design isn't that terrible. It's actually very good and works just fine. But it is a double-speed Shulker Box Unloader that is sucking out all the items. And at the end, we break the Shulker Box. It falls down here. It goes through this dropper line and refills this Shulker Box Loader. And, well, the idea is that since everything, I think, smelts 1-to-1, so a Shulker Box of something to smelt should also correspond to one Shulker Box of something to load. So we should always have enough Shulker Boxes to replace the Shulker Boxes that we are using in the Shulker Box Loader. But you might wonder, what if I want to smelt something less than a whole Shulker Box? And that was the other part that was actually complicated and hard to get right. Because, well, if I throw in less than a Shulker Box, we're going to unload whatever comes in here, and the empty Shulker Box is going to go here, right? But this is a Shulker Box Loader, and it doesn't really have the intelligence to know that we only threw in maybe 3 stacks of items to smelt. But I have a mechanism here. As long as any items are being smelted and coming through these hoppers are going to the loaded Shulker Box. We have a pulse extender here, and a very, very long pulse extender. So as long as items are coming, we have this pulse on, but when this pulse turns off, we send a pulse into the Shulker Box Loader to tell it to break the Shulker Box and send it back to us. And there is a little bit of a mechanism here that prevents it. So that was probably one of the last bugs I fixed. Let's say you throw in 3 whole Shulker Boxes that need to be smelted. Well, when we finish loading the last Shulker Box, and it will be a full Shulker Box that we have loaded, this thing here will react and say, hey, we have stopped loading things, and it will send a pulse and try to break the empty Shulker Box that we have preloaded. And there is some mechanism that prevents this. There is lots of small details like this in the machine, but I will make a guide for how to build this, and I have already made the guide how most of the components here work. So I refer to that for all the hairy details. For now, let's just see it working, and I already forgot. This is the fuel, right? I hope this is the fuel. I'm going to be using coal because I need to be using a fuel that smelts at least 2 items per fuel, and the coal is definitely that. This piston here is updating this instant rail line here, which is sending the coal 1 dropper at a time. And when the coal reaches the last dropper here, which should happen in a second now, there we go. When it reaches the last dropper here, this comparator sees that, hey, there is an item in here, and that quickly sends a signal through this instant rail line that lowers all these pistons, honey and slime blocks and redstone blocks, unlocking the hoppers that allows the hoppers to suck items from the dropper line, which is above here, and into the furnaces. So now we have thrown in some fuel, I guess. Let's put in cobblestone. I'm actually almost running out of stone. So let's smelt some cobblestone. 2 Shulker Boxes of cobblestone. And this is the Shulker Box Unloader. You can see the Shulker Box here being unloaded. And this is the item distribution, which is going twice as fast as the coal distribution, of course, because, well, we need to distribute the items at twice hopper speed. And the bells and all these machinery is to unlock the hoppers fast enough. And I refer to my guide video about the item distribution because it is pretty cool. Now I'm just gonna wait for my cobblestone to smelt so that we can see that this works. See you in a few minutes. The machine finished smelting, everything seems fine, but I come back here and all these hoppers are having a lot of stone in them. What's going on? I didn't actually pay attention. I was actually editing the video. I had garbage. Oh, that's always a problem. I keep forgetting when I'm building a large machine like this, there's always some blocks that are gonna fall into it, and I forgot to remove the garbage. So let's see. This one should finish loading in any second now. Yay! Send the shulker box there. Whoopee, and it's up there. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, that looks correct. It came in. Now everything that is left in the hoppers, yeah, it should just be loading into this one. So this one should be done soon anyway. So hopefully that was just garbage in the system and we're fine. The system is more or less working. I was hoping to have a fully successful test, but well, we'll have to live with semi-successful test because I had garbage in the system. I actually probably need to look at all the furnaces. If I happen to maybe drop some other garbage in them, at least we can see that the fuel has distributed more or less correctly. There will always be some uneven distribution of fuel unless I load this perfectly with exactly the right amount for 50 furnaces. But I didn't, I just dropped in a bunch of stacks. So I'm suspecting that, like, for example, yeah, this furnace has more coal in it. And that is to be expected. Unfortunately, I don't have a good solution for this. But yeah, it is fine, it is working. And before I go, I need to address one more thing. See that thing behind me? Oh yeah, I have started working on well, covering the whole sphere here with more of these tentacles, and they are looking amazing. Let's go outside and look at them. And see this from outside. Ew, scaffolding. Ew, no scaffolding. Yes, this is exactly what I envisioned. I kind of need to start making these ones a little, well, not as thick, maybe using slabs and stairs and stuff like that. But for now, this will do. I want to do all the four corners because these tentacles are only coming out from the bottom tentacle, this one here. Did I connect? No, I didn't even connect anything to this tentacle or that tentacle. So the new tentacles that gonna be covering the entire sphere, well, they need to start over, well, here as well. And I will need a lot more scaffolding for this. But I'm actually suspecting that I might do a stream. Nothing particularly planned just yet, but I might stream someday. Just doing this hangout chat. I've been missing streaming. I have stopped doing it for a while. For some reason, I kind of want to start doing that again. But to know when the streams are gonna happen, show up in Discord. Ask. Let's have a chat. There will be an announcement. But until then, thanks a lot for watching and have a good minecart placement. Bye.